innovation, evolution, development, making sticks fly real good. These are all things I hold very close to my heart, and I think I've advanced the technology of throwing sticks maybe further than anyone. So with that in mind, I'm here to present my genius idea. So I first made a throwing stick very simply using these giant hex nuts on the end of a stick. First I started off with one, and they were fine, but using my genius I added a second one because more make it go good and hit real, ow, big hit. So that was genius on my part, but I thought I could do better. So I had another genius idea. I have a lot of hobbies, you see. My hobby mainly is collecting, and my collection is of hobbies. So I went magnet fishing, and I found a giant washer, like, you know, the metal washers, huge one from a bridge, I assume. And just because, as I said, I'm a genius, I thought, why not take the washer and combine with the throwing stick? And this is what I came up with. See, big washer, now big hex nut, stick, throw. I mean, that's good. That's a good idea. Yes. So, I already know, of course, it's a genius idea, but I want to see, how much more genius of an idea is this than just the hex nuts? Because I think this is going to be, oh, it feels good. It's going to be good. But let's see how good. Let's do that. Okay, so the target, we have this cardboard box, which is actually stuffed with papers, like just, you know, what is it, junk mail, that's the word, just to give it a bit more heft, give it a bit more sort of resilience, and it's not very far, as you can see. It's very close, but I mean, these aren't really meant for long distance, so we're going to try first this one a few times, then we'll move to the new guy and see if this see what sort of damage this does, if it's easier to use. I think it might be, because it's got a bit more weight, so it's maybe. I was literally just about to say that it's quite windy. Why is it always windy when I make these videos? So, for fuck's sake. Okay, less chatting. Let's do this before it falls over again. Miss. Oh, that was good. It hit tail end, but we kind of know what the head does, so I think that's okay. It's more about how it flies, and that flies pretty good. Flies pretty good. Let's try and get a head hit. Close. Close. Okay. Keeps falling over, so gonna have to keep moving it until it sits right, but that was another tail hit. I don't know if we're going to get any other hits, so I might just move straight on with the big one, the new one. But it flies good, it's pretty good. Okay, so now we've got the new improved Genius version. I really hope this gets a head hit, because that's kind of, I want to see what the disc does. Okay, immediately, that was easier to throw. Straight, hands down, I mean, hit it first shot, that felt really good. I'm already liking this a lot. This is good. Okay, so I know it's like moving around a lot and changing orientation and stuff like that, but it's literally just because I cannot get that thing to stand up properly. I think the paper inside is actually like somehow slightly off balance, so it's like flipping around all over the place. The wind is not helping. Anyway, so first hit, didn't really do much damage. I think it hit with the stick on the head, so let's see if we can get with the head now. That was a tail hit. Again though, it feels really good. It's a really good throw. I already like it. Little grass stuck up in there, but it's in good condition. The disc is spinning now, where it wasn't before, but the nuts are solid, so it's not going to go anywhere. So I feel pretty good with this stuff. That was a head hit. That was like kind of hit head on, rather than like a side hit with the blade. But I think that was good. Yeah, it didn't actually cut into the material at all. It just bashed it, which I mean that's what these are designed for. But I was kind of hoping for a little bit more cut into it. So let's see if we can get that. If the wind will let me. That was a weird noise. Still solid, just spinning disc now, but it's holding together. That again was the stick, I think, more than the head. That was a head hit again, but I think it was like just on the nut, not on the blade again. It's funny, I've done a lot less damage than previously, so I want a really good hit. Yeah, it's loosened a bit, but it's still together, so that I held on to it too long. Let's try a bit more sort of sidearm. It makes such a crazy noise. That was kind of a side. I think that might have been with the blade. Okay, we have a slight problem. So this top nut has come a bit loose, but I'm going to use my Genius to fix it. Genius! Yes, good. Come on, real good hit now, real good hit. That was a good hit, you gotta admit. That was a good hit. I'm pretty happy with that. So what's kind of weird is that it's not cutting in the way that I was expecting. Can this be seen? Right, so yeah, there. That's where it hit. So you can see it definitely hit it with the disc, but it's just not cutting. It's not like cutting into it. And actually, yeah, you can, there as well. Hit there, hit there. It's not piercing it. That's kind of annoying. Let's keep trying. Is it still good? Just double checking it. Yeah, it's good. That was with the tail. So far, all the damage has been done with the tail, which is like weird. I don't know why that is. But see if we can get a good head hit with some damage to it. That was the slightest nick. I'm going to switch back for a second. And just see if I can, how much this is kind of messing me up. Can I switch between the two without it messing up my accuracy too much? Let's see. Because this is like even cheaper than making that. Because I mean, the washer cost me nothing because I found it in a canal, but if I wanted more of them, I don't think I can rely on canals, particularly because both of the magnets I bought are at the bottom of the sea. Yeah. But anyway, let's see if I can do it with this one. Yeah, I think because of that extra weight, I was letting go a little later. No, little earlier. No, a little later. It was a little later. So now I'm So now I am releasing far too late with the lighter weight. Again with the old version. That was the very end of the tail and that last rotation. Okay, quick, before it falls over. Okay, well, let's go straight into the big one. That was a good head hit, but I think again, I don't think that broke the box. There's big dents for sure, but it's not breaking the cardboard. Yeah, I'm a little worried that my Genius is not quite good enough to hold this thing together, so I might need to make some repairs on this before I can declare it completely usable. But it's working well so far, so let's see. That was again head hit, but again it wasn't with the blade, because the blade is between the two hex nuts. I think the hex nut is just hitting like this, so that it's not really doing anything. The extra weight is good, of course, but I don't think the washer is actually doing much for it. We'll say it's like hitting hard. Like, it's not doing too much damage, but it is hitting it and like just knocking it out the way. Like, it goes a little distance, considering it's quite heavy. There's quite a lot of paper in there, so it's not bad. It's like it's doing damage. It's just not quite the damage I wanted. I wanted like it to really rip it up, like, have the head just stuck in there. Like, I just need to throw harder. It's probably user error, isn't it? Let's throw harder. That was with the handle. Yeah, side of the handle, so no real damage. It's still together. Lots of power now. Lots and lots of power. That was a good hit. That was a bam. Again, that wasn't the disc that did the damage. You can see it fits perfectly. It's just the very hex nut at the end. It's not the disc going in. Which I wanted like that, but it's not really doing that. So I mean, it's still cool. And again, this does feel much better to throw. It's got that extra weight. It like wants to fly. It's still good. It's still good. Once more. Lots of power, lots of power. That was the head again, but again not the disc, just the hex nuts. My accuracy isn't bad actually. I gotta say, like, I think I have missed more than I've hit, but I'm not doing too bad. Not too bad. Right, big one again. Lots of power. I want to wreck this box. It's going to be... Oh, I really want to destroy it. Just slapped it. I miss. If I had like better equipment, or, you know, I don't know, better camera or something. I don't know, that probably wouldn't help. But if I had some sort of equipment to measure how much force is getting hit with the tail end when it like whips it like that, that'd be kind of interesting, because I think that could be enough to kill, like, you know, I mean, these were originally throwing sticks. I mean, were originally used for killing rabbits. I think that probably would kill a rabbit. It certainly ruined its day. So it'd be interesting to know how much power that is. Yeah. Let's go for it. Oh, damn. I hate it when it does that, when it bounces away. Okay. Good tail hit. My accuracy is all over the place now. There are these like teenage girls, or I don't know, like 11 or 12-year-olds or something, I don't know, that are like stood behind the camera basically. They've really put me off. Like the sheer irony that I'm going to be posting this on the internet for people to watch, and I hate having an audience. Anyway. Okay, so we do have a slight problem. This is now spinning, the top one. Is the bottom one? No, the bottom one's still good. The top one is spinning though, a little bit. I'm hoping that doesn't come off entirely. Also got sun cream in my eye. Do I have any more excuses? Sun cream in my eye, it's hot, windy, starting to fall apart. I'll come up with some, oh, there's audience as well. I'll see if I can come up with some more excuses as to why I'm doing badly now. That was really bad. I might just cut all this. One more really good hit, and then I'm gonna call this experiment done. If I can get a good hit. Which I might not be able to do. Come on, I want one really good last hit. Come on, I want... Okay, one with this one then. Can't even have that. Can't even have that. Ah. Yeah, that's not good. Okay. Well, one last good hit. Come on. Okay. That'll do. That'll do. That's good enough. That last hit actually really wasn't so bad. That did quite a bit of damage. I think it was just the end of the handle maybe that did that. Yeah. So what have we learned? Am I actually a genius? Am I the greatest inventor since Leonardo da Vinci? No. I think that's quite obvious. But I do think this was pretty successful in that it does feel so much better to throw. I fucking hate children. So what have we learned? Am I actually a genius? The greatest since Leonardo? No, obviously not. But I do think that this was quite successful because it does feel a lot better to throw than this one. And I think that is just because of the extra weight. The weights for these will be here. So I think in that way it's not very revolutionary, because it just means that this one is a bit more sort of comfortable for me to throw. It's just that bit better weight. It didn't really do much more damage. I guess maybe it could have done a bit more damage. It's a bit hard to tell, but maybe it did because it's a bit heavier, but it's probably not. There's not really much in it. This has started to loosen up, I think, because this, it might just be that this stick wasn't as well put together as this one. They both actually are wedged with just a wedge of wood, and it's like super glue because I didn't have wood glue, but you know.
After thinking about this a bit more, I think the disc is actually acting as a lever and increasing the chance of popping the top nut off. So yeah, that's another instance of perhaps my genius not being so genius.
You do what you can. I think this one is a little bit looser. I could, you know, drill holes in here and peg it and weld these together, all that sort of shit, but there's not really much point. I think this works as a concept. The handles are literally just from a broom handle, so I could just replace these if it does come loose and I can't put them back on and actually secure it. So yeah, I think this is still great. I really like it. I mean, that's not insignificant damage. That's pretty bad. I think that would kill an animal. I'm not going to use these to kill an animal. I'm mostly, for the most part, vegetarian anyway. But it would not be legal in Finland as well. That's a very good reason not to. But as well as just the cruelty aspect. Anyway, so I'm pretty happy with this. So I thought I'd do a couple more throws off camera and hit the target quite a few times. Did quite a bit of damage, you can see, look at that. Bam! Huge hit there, amazing. Not the only thing that got damaged. Yeah, it did actually pop apart. I mean, you can see, well, can you see? Can I get this to focus? Wee. You can see it just popped straight off. Yeah, it wasn't the perfect wedge, really. Yeah. So, am I a genius? No.